So guys, welcome to our first session about Java. So this is a series of Java, complete core Java. So you will get more knowledge about core Java and you'll get a confidence to crack any interviews, right? So the first concept is whenever you sit in front of an interviewer, the interviewer first asks you about what is Java, right? So if you have mug upped it, you can't even answer it with the confidence, right? So to understand what is Java in a simple way, we have come across with a simple understandable ways. So the first thing is, I'll take a real world example and I'll give you an clear cut definition about Java. So if you want your friend or your any relatives want that person to perform some task for you, what you will do, you'll give a clear cut instruction for that person so that person can able to understand it and can able to perform the task. If you are giving an instruction in a language that you know but that person won't understand that language, then it's of no use, right? That person won't able to perform any task. You have to give an instruction that that person can able to understand it, right? In the same way, if you want your system to perform any task for you, you will give an clear cut instructions for your system so that your system can able to understand it and perform some task for you, right? For example, if you want to add two numbers, you cannot directly tell your system to add two numbers. You have to write something that machine can able to understand. Machine can only understands binary number, that we all know. Machine can only understand binary numbers, that is zeros and ones, right? Machine can only able to understand zeros and ones, so that we can't able to code anything in zeros and ones, right? Because we are not machines, we are humans. We know only the languages that we speak and the high level languages. So the high level languages are nothing but C++, Java, Python, etc. But as we are studying Java, so we are coding in Java. In Java, we are going to write all the syntax that Java has already implemented. I mean, they have already given the rules that we have to follow. So that is what high level language. So it's like the C has its own syntax, C++ has its own syntax, Python has no syntax, and Java has its own syntax, right? So in Java, whatever the syntax or the logic you have written will be saved in dot Java file. This is called as source code. This .java file contains all the logics that you have written. And but we know that Java, whatever the logic you have written in Java, will not be understandable by our system. Our system understands only a binary code or binary numbers. In Java, we call it as bytecode. This is called as bytecode, and this bytecode is saved in .class file. Okay, but we all know that we don't know how to write this bytecode, right? And we can't convert the source code into bytecode. We have a master in our hand who converts our high level language into a machine understandable language, that is a compiler. So we have a compiler who converts your source code or a high level code into a machine understandable code. So now, if there is no error in our source code, if there is no syntax error, no compilation error, then the code will be converted into a bytecode that is saved in .class file. And this is responsible to run on any operating systems like Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, etc., right? So this is because the Java is platform independent language. And now we have got two things, right? One is Java is a high level language. And Java, why it is high level language? Because it has its own syntax. And Java is a platform independent language because we all know that computer only understands binary numbers, and in our Java we have a bytecode that is converted by compiler, and this bytecode is saved in .class file, and this .class file can be run on any operating system, hence it is a platform independent language. So we have got 2 points, right? So you can easily answer in the interview, right? Java is an object oriented language. Why it is an object oriented language is because in Java, everything like the table, bench, duster, marker, the board, the sky, the moon, sun, everything is treated as an object so that the complex application can be easily built. So now we have got 3 points, right? One is it is a high level language, it is a object oriented, and it is a platform independent programming language. So now we have understood what is Java so easily, right?